times we blaspheme, say God is said when God is not said. At times we blaspheme, say God is said when God is not said. I've a word from the Lord, He's saying you're on Illuminati rule. God is against, 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 God is against Illuminati rule. At times we have excuses for not accepting what God has said. At times we have excuses for not accepting what God has said. You say I'm not a prophet. I never said I was one. God is against, 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 God is against Illuminati rule. God is against, 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 God is against Illuminati rule. In your preaching and motivation, you emulate Illuminati ways. In your preaching and motivation, you emulate Illuminati people. God is against, 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 God is against Illuminati rule. God is jealous if He can't have the final rule. God is jealous if He can't have the final say. Some nations will go through some judgment because of this discrepancy. Some nations will go through some judgment because of this discrepancy. God is against, 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 God is against Illuminati rule. God is against, 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 God is against Illuminati rule. It's all in black and white. It's all in black and white. God is against, 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 God is against Illuminati rule. At times we blaspheme, say God said when God is not said. At times we blaspheme, say God is said when God is not said. Are the words from the Lord. He's saying on Illuminati rule. God is against, 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 God is against Illuminati rule. God is against, 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 God is against Illuminati rule. At times we have excuses for not accepting what God has said. At times we have excuses for not accepting what God has said. You say, I'm not a prophet. I never said I was one. God is against, 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 God is against Illuminati rule. God is against, 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 God is against Illuminati rule. It's all in black and white. It's all in black and white. God is against, 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 God is against Illuminati rule. Some nations will go through some judgment because of this discrepancy. Some nations will go through some judgment because of this discrepancy. God is against, 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 God is against Illuminati rule. God is against, 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 God is against Illuminati rule.